My name is Jonathan Parks, and welcome to Jonathan's Nature Crafts. There is a new series I'd like to introduce you to where I will be carving this hillbilly gnome like the one I've already carved and painted, and can't remember for sure whether these were genuine or African mahogany that this little certain scrap came from, but given the shape of the piece, it again, like it was with the Father Christmas, happened to be one where it was kind of a double in shape, kind of like this, and sawed it in half to kind of make the two pieces similar. And there is one thing I'd like to mention for this, and it is similar to how it was with the Father Christmas as to how there was an odd shape of grain in the scrap. And like I struggled with this one to carve it, and in some places couldn't chip off enough, and probably in some places chipped off too much, the same might be true in this one as we go about the series, as I demonstrate how I will carve this one out, so you will note that. And even as much as I kind of did the Father Christmas for Christmas in July, I decided that I wanted to do this hillbilly gnome one for August as a coming into the fall. I come on now to give you all the second part to this video series where we will be carving this hillbilly gnome. And there are some steps we kind of took the last time around, so I'd say this time around we're going to come back on this beard a little bit and try to just remove this little last excess part of it to kind of get a little bit of something just right out of it, and to kind of see how this is going to be a little more rounder, come to think of it, just to try to remove what we have. I tell y'all that this is just where we come right in, I say, with a little extra removing of some wood, and come to think of it, remove some along a little back as well, take care of that little step. And I say that this is just among those things where, as we get the beard trimmed in just a little bit more, try to take another step or two where we come here on the back of the belt, and we're going to try to remove some along these little, I say parts as well, and just kind of get that done. One little step here, come to the sides of the belt and do a little bit of some rounding, and then just kind of get the where we just see what shall come right in to make a good little figure here. And when it comes down to it, we're going to kind of remove along here the part of the sleeve that comes right before the cuff, and remove it from the other side as well here. I say just remove from this little part of the cuff too, remove little areas that might need a little place done in them. Try to take care of this little spot to kind of get in the place and just see how it's going to make the beard come out such a good way. And for this little section of the cuff along here, come along here to the side of the mustache, make a little curly cut in there. And so I say with what we're getting done, we're taking down a little spot or two just to kind of get something in here, kind of just take care of the spots just as they are. Remove a little excess wood down to the back of the pants. So it may be a little hard to view sometimes from where the camera is, but we try our best around here. I say we're removing it now from along the pants right above the boot line, and just kind of getting the work right in its place to where we see bright little critters just have a happy way to come on right to the point, and just it's just like, what else we must remove down to this? Well, I say that at this point we can come a little bit further along the side of the boot here and kind of up the mustache a little bit, and you see there's just a little bit of beard right below the mustache, which is itself is pretty long. And with all we've got in here, just kind of taking things just right to the very extreme, I say, and kind of put a little bit to round in around the cuff and the boot, and this will be just one of those things where we're getting a little bit more done in the process. I say just with one thing we have to say, we're getting things down to the point, and we just made the little cut along the little pant sleeve cuff and the little boot, so that's what we have here. Kind of got to round off a little from the back of the boot as well and get a little shape and place into the little wood place, and just remove what all we can from these little crazy little spots, I say, and then just see how it comes with just a little work or two in the whole little process, I say, just down to earth. You'll come to note that there's a place where it comes to the mustache and the beard. We're going to try to trim this little area here, remove some little place from the beard here, and just make the stop right about here where the mustache ends, and make the little slit right there. I say for a little work that we have in our lives come down to where we're going to come to the rounding part of the mustache now. Get that little bit of work done. Looks like, and I will say where I did a little drawing here on the beard part. Come along here and probably I'd say remove that little pencil line. So coming right here, we do that little step. Coming right here, take care of this next step as well. And probably I say round off here in this little part of the mustaches area and just kind of get a little more wood and chips out of the way to see how this is going to show a little look to us, and then just kind of remove it so that the beard kind of goes a little bit below the mustache as far as how much it sticks out. And I'd say it looks like we might be done with the carving part soon. This is a fairly quick and simple project to make, so we come here down to the boots, make it so it's going to be a gorgeous little gnome for us to see. I say that with all popularity that makes a little way in a thing, I say that this is just how this is working to see how good little gnomes can come out. So I say with just more work to be done, there's going to come a time we're going to come back on to paint this. So there might be a little sanding to do here and there. We kind of, like we say, use different grits to do it, and it'll kind of be where we sort of keep these sandpapers nearby, so we will have them to work with when we need them. And this is just among those things that are going to come to work. We always start out with thicker grits, so that's where we begin. And there's probably going to be more I'm going to be doing in between videos than I'm going to be doing on videos. So this is how we kind of work our way into the piece, get rid of all the little excess dents and marks, and take how we do what we do just to kind of get the little motion out of things, and then just kind of remove more excess, all the things I say that come its way, and little grains, little ways of grit that have just different numbers from coarse to smooth. That's what it comes down to when we sand the thing. I could share more about that given the chance, so we're going to have more to say as we move further along. And just to kind of share the minutes here while we have them, it's a good thing to let us know and let us go. And I tell y'all that there was just some of these things that come along in our lives and how we do what we do. For one thing, I say that this little hillbilly gnome is just one of the things that comes right out of the hills. You see, with all the little boots and things that these little guys wear. You know, I've seen gnomes of all different sorts. You know, you see sometimes they make little gnomes like Willie Nelson and Bob Marley that kind of show little features like these, and that is where some of these ideas come from, and all you can kind of do with a little scrap of wood, I say. So that's what I wanted to share for today, and there's going to be steps to come, things to do. I say I see a little splinter in the eye just now, so kind of get rid of that a little bit. And for all things, I want to say that thank you all for coming on. Hope you all for more. Wish you all the best, and take care, and you are always in my prayers and all things. Let me know what else you'd like to see me carve. Goodbye. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to this channel. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.